sort of climate change is a really big problem. We don't really know how to solve it. But it turns out that we can use human engineering to help us address climate change. So I'll give two examples. So one is that people eat too much meat, right? And if they were to cut down on their consumption of meat, then it would actually really help the planet. But people are not willing to give up meat. Yeah, some people will be willing to, but other people, they may be willing to, but they have a weakness of will. They say, wow, this steak is just too juicy. I can't do it. I'm one of those, by the way. So, so here's the thought, right? So it turns out that we know a lot about, we have these intolerance to, for example, I have milk intolerance. And some people are intolerant to crayfish. So possibly we can use human engineering to make it the case that we're intolerant to certain kinds of meat, to certain kinds of bovine proteins. And there's actually analogs of this in life. There's this thing called the Lone Star tick, where if it bites you, you will become allergic to meat. I can sort of describe the mechanism.
Hundreds of thousands of Americans may be infected with a tick-borne illness that causes an allergy to meat, and they don't know it. Alpha-Gal syndrome, or AGS, is caused by the bite of the Lone Star tick, and that tick has a white dot on its back. The saliva of the tick will cause those infected to have a reaction to red meat, to pork, and to lamb. It can even lead to reactions with gelatin or dairy products. Most cases of AGS have been across the eastern half of the U.S., from Kansas to Delaware. The CDC says more than 110,000 cases have been reported, but it is estimated that nearly 500,000 people might be infected and not know.